All right, guys, what is going on over there? Blaze over here at Blue Chip Athletic Club podcast. After a sweaty morning workout here on another episode of Overtime. Sorry if I cough or I'm out of breath. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about oh, your expectations out of a coach and your expectations out of yourself. And I may go off on kind of a tangent, but I promise that I'll kind of rope it all back in to make it make sense. So today, I'm thinking about as I'm running around the hotel here while I'm on a deployment in Louisiana. About somebody who has asked me recently, like, "Hey, what do you do to train and eat?" Because they're curious. Running an online business, being a fitness coach in general, like how do you eat? How do you move? All those things to kind of get them back into the swing of things. But I guess they've been sitting outside of their norm for a little bit. And I want to preface this whole, I guess, like discussion with you probably don't want to do what I do. Remember, I get paid money to do this, to coach other people how to do this. I've been doing it for a long time. I've also been doing it at a different clip and a different level for a long time as well. So I can look, move, and feel the way that I want to feel. Now, all that taken into consideration, I kind of broke down exactly what I do because it doesn't matter. People are going to be curious regardless. And I kind of told them, I was like, hey, this is the way kind of I train, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, some light movement, some mobility, whatever the thing is. And then kind of broke down the way that I eat, which at the end of the day is really just protein, produce, and water. And you do it over and over and over again over time. But the reality is, I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, if you want a workout or a training program, and that's all you want, I would say we are not the coaches for you. And I say that because you'd be wasting your money. Chat GPT is an excellent free resource for you to go online and type in the training program that you want. Hey, I want to do 3 to 4 days in the gym. I want this split, this split, this split. I want to be in there for X amount of time. Give me a strength training. Give me a hypertrophy training. Give me a, cardiovascular stress program to help me get off couch to 5K, whatever the thing becomes. And you know what? The reality is your coaches, myself included, have used ChatGPT as a resource as well when building some programs, finding some new movements, all those other things too. If you're not using AI, I feel like you're falling behind. That's a whole other topic. But I think that you're wasting your money because you can go do that for free. What we do and what we do here is to make sure we meet you where you are. And the best example that I give, and sorry if any of you have heard this before, is that I could give you Michael Jordan's training program. You probably could actually Google it or look on ChatGPT, and I'm sure someone has put it together. But the reality is, unless you're Michael Jordan, it doesn't really matter. And all that to say, meeting people where they are and giving them realistic and attainable goals is the only way to make a lasting health journey work. If you're somebody that's yo-yoing, you're somebody who's been on and off, your motivation wanes, these types of things happen, it's likely because you're biting off a little bit more than you can chew at the time, and you're just not being honest with yourself about it. Now, that's why we're here. We're master health coaches. We are movement coaches. We are mobility experts. We're all these things that help break down your health and wellness to meet you where you are and not just give you what I'm doing. Because if I just gave you what I'm doing, you would never do it. The reality is, if you were there, you would already be doing it yourself and you wouldn't be needing a coach. Now, all that to say, I also have coaches. I've got business coaches, fitness coaches, all those other things. So I feel like I'm always trying to improve. I believe in coaching, so I feel like I need to be, a part of it as well. But if you're somebody who is going out there and you're asking somebody like me, hey, what do you do? Oh, there goes my alarm there. What do you do? How do you train? How do you move? It's great. I can give you all the keys and all the tools to success. But the most overlooked part of any health and wellness journey is the behavior modification, is the slow shift and the perspective of your health, understanding macronutrients or micronutrients, or understanding caloric intake, and making the small shift. Hey, instead of drinking a beer every single night after work, maybe we go to 6 nights a week. Maybe we go to 5 nights a week. Maybe we start to strength train 1 day a week at first. Or maybe it's just putting your shoes on and bringing your gym shoes to your work so that you even think about going. That's the way that you make the lasting results happen. That's the way that you're able to continue to take, even if it's a small step in the right direction, and really make the journey stick. We're not here to help you get healthier for 2 months for a wedding, or a 3 months for a vacation, or to get ripped quick program. Because the reality is, anybody that you see out there online, social media, whatever, didn't, unless God willing, they had a genetic gift, they're not getting ripped quick. They're being disciplined. They're working, struggling in silence, or working in silence, maybe not necessarily struggling, but working to be a little bit better every single day. Understanding hunger and thirst cues, all these kind of other things that we kind of bring together. So all that to say, asking me what I do would be like asking a carpenter how they build cabinets, and then going out and thinking that you could build cabinets yourself the same way. It's not the same. Really try and meet yourself where you're at in your health journey. Focus more on the behavior modification, and I promise you're going to go a long way. That's it for Overtime today. We'll chat with you guys in the next episode. Peace.